All right, Melina, we are nearing the end of our journey here. We're down to the semifinals at the Predator World 10 Ball, and this has been a long journey, but it's been fun every step of the way.
Yeah, it really has. It's kind of bittersweet in a lot of aspects. This might be one of our last times coming on live. On here until we get home. So, or I mean, unless we go live remotely, kind of on the fly out there. But yeah, it's been a fun trip, man. And we're gonna have a world 10 ball champion being crowned pretty soon, which for me is pretty awesome. I take a lot of I get a lot of excitement and prestige out of seeing these events going to happen. So I'm as excited as I can be after being here for 10 days and being on fumes, man.
Yeah, I don't think many people realize what it's like for each of these vendors in here that come out here for the
Yeah,
entirety of the event. Um, it's just quite a journey. It's like a marathon. And
right.
speaking of that, Mike, I really want to give a shout out to our sponsors that
Of
helped us
course,
get
yeah.
here because this might be the last time we have them up on the screen here. So why don't you run through them real quick?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we couldn't do this without all of them, and every single one of them. I mean, majority of them I reached out to personally, and Joey helped me out with a few of them. But first of all, on the bottom left, it's Kevin Baccio. He's an amazing artist, and we sold a couple of paintings while we've been here, and I'll have some for sale and for raffle coming up pretty soon whenever I get back home. And Kevin's just super talented, and if you need anything for your room or office or whatever it is, I mean, he can add a great design to whatever space you have. So please hit him up.
It's the first time I've seen his paintings, Mike, in person. And some of them were so interesting because from 2 and 3 feet away,
You
I
can't
had
tell.
no idea what they were, and
Yeah,
then you'd back up 10 feet, and it's like Efren Reyes. It just pops out of
yeah,
nowhere. I mean,
it's true.
what a talent that guy
Yeah,
is.
and most of them are actually if it's of a player, they're all signed and autographed by him, so it makes it doubly special. But yeah, Kevin's just got the world of talent. And next up is Kamui. John Bertone has helped us out, and he really didn't like most of these guys. He really didn't give us any pushback. It was kind of like whatever you want, let us know, and we'll be glad to support you. And we're very much appreciative of it. And we'll have some chalk. I think we have like some Roku and some 98 or maybe the 121, something like that. So when I get home, I'll go and post them all up. And but we couldn't have done it without them. And next up is Clinkers and Brenda Pollard, and she's been phenomenal. Unfortunately, we didn't get any sweets here, but she did help us out in other ways, and we're very much appreciative. She's got a good soul, man.
Yeah,
So
huge fan of the game.
yeah, for sure. And actually, so she was here last year in last September, and she actually put Kachi in the World 10 Ball. And we'll touch base on the guys who are still here playing. But her horse ended up winning it last year, and he's got a chance at doing it again. So it's
Yes, he
kind of
does.
it's
It's
kind of
crazy.
awesome. Of course, Aramith and Simonis, they've been fantastic with us. Joey reached out to him, and we'll have some ball sets for sale, and they're just awesome. Dominic Dunn, Q-Tech. Of course, Q-Tech with the 10.5s that we were able to go and release, right away. It's an amazing shaft. They have innovative products, and we were glad to have them have our back, right? And numero uno for me was my boy Franco, because I say number one, not in order of priority, but in terms of just he was the first one that said, "Hey, if you need help, I'll be glad to help you." And I mean, I've said this before in private, Joy, but I'm the kind of guy where I like doing things on my own, and I'm very proud, and I don't like asking for a handout or for help, because I've been used to doing it on my own for so long, so it's been different for me for sure. But yeah, thanks, Franco. Um, Last 2 3 seconds into Kuya, same thing, man. Hit him up, let him know what we had going on. He was like, whatever you need, let me know. And they jumped on. I got some cases coming. I got some gloves coming. They should be there by the time I get to the house. So be on the lookout for that. And then Golden State and my man Oscar, him and Desiree were just phenomenal. We're going to do a lot more business together in the next who knows how long, but I'm gonna have a bunch of cues available, a bunch of cues that I'll be raffling, a bunch of cues for sale. So if you need anything pool related, just let me know. I'll be able to find it, and I'm not always the best at replying back, but I'm gonna try to just change gears and be better at that. So
Yeah, and I want to say something about Oscar. He came here. We did a little Q raffle,
yeah,
couple Qs, and a 3 second case. And so I had a chance to handle that case firsthand. Man, what quality!
yeah,
Handmade, beautiful case. So Yeah, definitely check out our sponsors, guys. It's really going to help come next year. If you end up buying something from our sponsors, let them know that you heard about them from us. You know,
Yeah.
it'll help us get out here again in the future. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we got some. The future's looking bright for us. We'll put it like that. And we've gotten some amazing offers and opportunities since we've been here the last, you know, week or whatever it's been. And I don't want to get all emotional or anything like that, but it means a lot because we've worked hard to do what we do, and um, it's scary at times, but it's exciting. And yeah,
Sometimes we don't even know what we're going to do. We're just like, we need to be there.
it's kind of like it's kind of like here,
we
man.
just set up. And last year, you know, we streamed matches. This year, we were not allowed to stream matches, but we said, you know what, we'll just crush some interviews. If you guys didn't catch some of these interviews, we interviewed Jason Shaw. We interviewed Shane Van Boning. We interviewed Sherik Syed. We interviewed Alex Pagulayan today. I know I'm forgetting people. We've interviewed industry people. We interviewed Karim from Predator. We interviewed Jeremy Jones.
Yeah.
We just had tons of people in here. So go back through Facebook or YouTube and check out some of the stuff that we did out here. There was some awesome conversations that we had where we put people on the spot. We asked them tough questions, and it was a lot of fun.
You know, the coolest thing is that before, whenever we would ask people, hey, do you want to come on, do you want to do something, they would like, do this number here, right? And now for the most part, everyone's real receiving and warming and opening up to us, and excited to come on. We've networked a lot since we've been here, and we got a lot more guys coming up, and we're going to be focusing on more aspects of the industry and not just players, although, you know, we have some players in mind that we will be bringing on. But yeah, it's been fun, man.
And I want to say this, Mike. I think we have to call things how we see them, but at the same time, we have to show respect, right? There's a lot of people out there trying things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. And we have to show respect to people when we're out there talking.
We don't have any balls here, brother. You want to come on and do an interview?
Come talk to us.
I want the balls.
You want the balls?
We don't have balls.
We don't have balls here. If you get balls, you can hit balls. we got
Naoki Oi.
Yeah, we got Oi here. He comes up. I need
Mike,
I
you
need
gotta
balls.
get him, man. Hit him on microphone. Do something. Turn
no,
the camera
I'll tell you
around.
what. He's great.
He's probably tilted.
Yeah. And
So let's get into that. This is a good segue to get into where we are. We just got done with the quarterfinals here, and Naoki Oi played Kachi, Clenti Kachi, and I want to say Kachi was up 9-5 in that match.
Yeah, because Dom came over here pretty tilted because he was like an idiot. I don't know why you're laying games taking Kachi over Oi. It doesn't make any sense. When Oi, I think, was in the finals of the World 10 Ball last year, and he's obviously a great 10 Ball player. The format doesn't bother him. The tables don't bother him. And why on earth would you lay a game or two going and taking Kachi? But nevertheless, he comes over here tilted. I mean, about to go jump off the bridge, right? And then he was up 9-5 and then goes and blows it. But Kachi did go and close it out. Hill. It seemed like it was a pretty dramatic rack, and from what I heard, it was a pretty long rack at that. So
yeah. Kachi advances to the semifinals, and he's now playing Wojciech Sedgwick. And Wojciech's actually up 2-0 right now on Kachi, and he advanced by beating Edgy Geronimo again, Hill. So both of those matches went to the Hill. We watched that match, Mike. It was right in front of us. Edgy had his moments, had his chances. It was kind of neck and neck for a long time.
They had some swings, like 2-game swings, and it was really, 2 games going to 10 doesn't seem like a lot, but whenever it's 6-4 or whatever, or 5, or it could have been 5-5. It really is massive, and both those guys showed heart. I think I don't remember how it ended, but I know that Wojciech almost looked like he had an opportunity to 3-foul him, but I think he ended up burning out. So, but yeah, who knows, man? We may have another Polish player go and win a world championship, and if he's up right now on Kachi, I know there's still a long way to go, but that's pretty strong if you were to go and beat the defending world champion.
Exactly. Like Kachi has just been mowing people down, and a lot of people are saying, what is it about him that he just gets up for this event? Obviously, he won it here last year, and he's on pace to do that again if he can make up that deficit right now. The talk of the quarterfinals, and really the talk since it.
But hold on a second, because you can't overlook Kachi. Defending. What? So is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, the guy's the defending champion, so I mean, it's incredible being in that spot. I don't know.
Totally.
Maybe
Yeah, I just said it's amazing. He did it last year.
okay. Well,
and
then
yeah,
I spaced out. Then
you're
it's been
dogging
a
it.
long week. Sorry, guys. I'll shut up.
Get him some ginkgo biloba or
Yeah.
something. So, but the talk since the field narrowed down to the final 32 or final 64,
Yeah,
I think it's final 32. The talk has been Jason Shaw. He's just been mowing people down.
steamrolling.
Yeah, steamrolling. He's winning matches 10-3, 10-5, 10-4, and that was no exception last round in the quarterfinals where he beat Sanjin 10-4, and he advanced. And we actually got a chance to talk to him while we're watching the rest of the semifinals or quarterfinals because he was done so quickly. And he came over. He just felt really good. And we were talking a little bit with Jeremy Jones, and Jeremy's like, Jason looks really good here because really you just got to put balls in the pocket, and he's doing it.
Well, this is. I'll share a little bit of insight of what he had to say, and it was pretty much that no one's getting perfect here, and so a lot of these guys are relying on the shot making. We've seen Kachi at times have really excellent because he's got a snooker background, a really excellent ability to go and put balls in the hole, and then of course, everyone knows what Jason's done in the last 4 months, whatever it's been. So you got to like him from here, but I mean it's not over yet, and I know. Guys like Wojciech, guys like who is it, Tevez, you cannot go and overlook or take them for granted because you got to go and get to the final first. So
Yeah, and Jason's going to face Christopher Tevez, who's really having a whale of a tournament. He just knocked off Darren Appleton. Appleton also had a great tournament, but Tevez really dominated that match right from the start. He was up, I think, 3-4-0?
quick, yeah.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Darren. I wanted to see him get to another final or at least another semifinal. I was hoping to go and see that matchup against Jason. They hinted to playing with each other at the World Cup of Pool for Team UK, so I thought that would have been pretty poetic. But yeah, he never really seemed to find his gear. He seemed tilted. Right after the match with Robbie, he slams the table in excitement, and then up walks the WPA, drug testing guy to go and have him go take a piss test, and that's kind of but let the guy go and enjoy a moment, man. But whatever. I mean, he never seemed to be himself after that.
Yeah, they got a job to do.
I get it.
And,
Yeah, for sure.
So out of these four, Mike, we got Kachi and Wojciech and Jason and Christopher Tevez. You gotta like Jason and Kachi, yeah.
I mean, on paper, they're the overwhelming favorites in each of those matches, and I mean, I would say at least like a 2-game favorite going into both of them, and rightfully so, just because of their titles and their accomplishments. I think it'd be pretty incredible to repeat, given the depth of the field. To do it last year is one thing, but then to go and do it again in this field, even deeper, I think would just be magical. But again, he's got to go and get past, have a shot at the dance first and get past Wojciech.
If Kachi wins this, what does this do for his legacy, winning 2 World 10 balls in a row? I mean, does this put him up there in terms of some of the top 10 ball players in the world, like Shane?
Yeah, I mean, we know what kind of break he's got, and what kind of ability he's got. He's got that infamous video on YouTube where he ran 8 from the break, against Alex Pagulayan
in Phoenix.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, on a tight
Played
table
perfect,
too.
Yeah. Scott Frost 4 1/8 inch.
Yeah, so I mean, we know what he can do. If and his backer Alberto says a few times, like if his break's working, this is what he does, right? So, but it's with a triangle rack, so there's a lot more pool that needs to be played. But I mean, in terms of legacy, if you're a multiple-time world champion, I mean, you're going to be talked about, as far as the great players. So, and rightfully so.
And he's now trailing 3-0. So that's some news right there.
Yeah, for sure.
The second semifinal is going to occur after this one. If you're looking at the brackets, they're a little behind schedule, but they're just going to keep playing until they have a world champion. And so, who would be the biggest surprise for you out of those 4, Mike, to make to win the title?
Tevez, without a doubt. Wojciech's been on the world stage and been knocking the Latin American players. Never gotten their respect for whatever reason. But you earn respect by how you go and play. And Gerson had a deep run recently, and Tevez is capable. And I don't know. I think Tevez went deep in another event, and I just can't remember what it was.
Didn't Gerson win the Texas Open?
Yeah, he did, but it's like it's not necessarily a major per se, right? So, and I don't mean it disrespectfully at all, but and there's a lot to be said as far as getting there in the semifinals, and I think he's done a great job. But you got to go and finish the job. It's going to be tough against Jason because Jason is Jason. He's intimidating and his breaks are fantastic, and he's got this aura about him and his ability to go and execute in big moments. And in those moments, Sean knows what to do. He does not go and fold. We've seen it in Mosconi Cups. We've seen it in whatever damn title he's gone and won. He thrives on those pressure packed situations, and Devis hasn't been there, so we don't know what we're gonna go and see.
It kind of seems like Jason, he got a little tilted in the first event, the Alpha Las Vegas, and
Little.
obviously we know about the table conditions.
I think
and
a little.
Came in
but he's
here and
being polite.
he got that off his chest, and ever since then it seems like it's been a different Jason. It's kind of like he took what was given to him and he's just played excellent pool from there. I mean, he's just I'm trying to go.
That's a storyline though, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like after going and walking out in the loser side match because you weren't happy with conditions, and then you go and follow that up a couple days later, starting the World 10 Ball Championship, and you go and snap it off. I mean, if you're going to go and ask me who do I think is the favorite right now, I'm going with Jason Shaw. Now, it's easy to go and say now that Kachi's down 3-0, but if you were to ask me before the match, I would still go and say Jason just because he's Jason.
Okay. Well,
So-
hey, let's ask the audience. We got Kachi and Wojciech and Jason Shaw and Christopher Tevez. Who do you guys like in this? We're going to be signing off in a few minutes. Mike and I are going to make our final picks, and we want to hear from you guys as well. So I'm going to go with my pick, and I like picking underdogs, Mike.
You do. To your credit, you do.
I like this Polish kid. I think he's going to get there. We watched him play against Edgy. He had a certain poise about him. He did run long on a couple position shots and gave Edgy a chance, but I just think everything's clicking for him right now. I think he gets by Kachi, and I think he's got a really strong chance in the final.
I mean, I can't. The guy's up 3-0 on Kachi. He can play pool.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Polish players now for a long time and how it's like, when are they going to break through? Now, what does that mean if here Victor Zielinski wins the Alpha Las Vegas Open and then Wojciech wins the World Championship? That's crazy.
You could go and make a top 5 with,
You can make a Mosconi Cup out of them.
That's what I was going to say. And what I was getting to was that when you think about the Polish players, you think about Konrad and Misko, right?
Yeah.
Maciel went deep. He's a Polish player. Wojciech's still in. He's a Polish player. Victor, I know he didn't have a great run in the World 10 Ball, but he snapped off the Alpha. How incredibly talented are they?
It's nuts.
And yeah, I think they can make it a Mosconi Cup team just with those 5 guys by themselves, right? But you got to go and finish the job. It's we'll see what happens, man.
We got some picks here. We got Filthy Out Creations picking Kachi and Shaw. What a name, Filthy Out. I love it. We got
That's Brandon from over there with the Slaughter guys.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, Brandon. What's up? Sandy Seiler picking Jason. Franco, excuse me, Franco. His heart wants Tevez, but his head says Jason Shaw. And let's see. Ryan Linehan.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. He said, shout out to his one PKT apparel. His whole pool team was wearing it last night.
That's
Thank
pretty
you, Ryan.
awesome,
We
man.
really appreciate
Send us a
you,
photo
man.
of that, man. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. So, guys, listen, Mike was alluding to this earlier. We have semifinal 1, semifinal 2, final. We're probably going to log off here, break down the technology. And if you hear from us again, it's probably going to be on the gimbal out on our phones.
Yep.
And we might do some chatting with you out there. But we want to thank you guys for everything that you've done. As Mike said, we have networked out here. We've connected with a lot of people, and we have a lot of big things in store for our show. We don't even know where it's going to go, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like putting things out there until they're done and we're on the way or whatever, or we got the details figured out. But we've gotten some great opportunities since we've been here and leading up to it. It's been great to have people in the industry accept us the way that they have. And I'm looking forward to the
You're
future.
a little
man.
emotional.
I am.
See it. I
am.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. All the people that used to hate you
it's true.
now accept you.
It's true. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, yeah,
Bro,
it's nuts, man.
I
Yeah.
love you, man.
Yeah, buddy.
It's been awesome.
Been
All right,
good, buddy.
guys. We'll catch you soon.
Later, y'all.
Thanks.